everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do like a foundation routine for you guys, but I'm also going to show you how to make your foundation look like as natural or as like skin-like as possible. And this is something that like ever since I've been wearing makeup I've been trying to figure out because I hate like the look of foundation. I know some people do like to do like the cakiness, like they're okay with that and they like the full coverageness. But I do not like that. I like my makeup to look as natural as possible, but still covering everything that I want it to cover. So this is what I've learned recently, like really recently, and it's kind of like blown my mind because it's not that insane. You don't need expensive products to do it. I use it with a bunch of different drugstore foundations and it works pretty much the same. So yeah, you don't have to use the same foundation I'm using, and you can just test this out for yourself, and it really works. It lasts all day, and I'm looking at it in like direct, like real sunlight, and it looks natural. So I really hope you can learn something from this video. Maybe it'll help you, and I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. Now, there are certain steps that I do that actually don't even involve makeup, and the first is I really like to exfoliate, and this is really important because I have dry skin. So I like to exfoliate probably more than I should, honestly. I try to exfoliate before I put my makeup on because it just gets rid of all the dry skin, so my makeup won't be like patchy. And I love this one. This is from Walmart and it's like $3 and it works so well. Every time I use it, my skin just looks better right after I use it. So whether you have dry or oily skin, it's really important to put on moisturizer before makeup. And I use this Nivea one, and again, this is like $3 at Walmart, and it works so well. Like, I heard a lot of people talking about this, which is why I was interested in it. And I just put it on and leave it on for like 10 minutes before I put my makeup on to let it soak in. And my makeup like clings to it really well, and it keeps my skin really soft and makes my makeup go on really smooth. And even when I take my makeup off at the end of the day, my skin is still soft from it. So this is really good, and makeup just looks really pretty over top of it. You can use 3 different kinds of like foundation. This is a BB cream, and your makeup will look most natural if you use a BB cream. I wore this yesterday using like the same techniques and the same like face products, like the moisturizer and everything. And this makes my face look the most natural, but it doesn't give me the most coverage, so it just depends on the kind of coverage you like. And then this is right in between. This is my new favorite foundation because it's the Neutrogena Healthy Skin foundation, and it just makes your skin look healthy and like skin, and that's what I like, but it does still give you like a good medium to full coverage. So I do really like this, and this is what I'm going to be using today. And then if you want more of full coverage, when you do more full coverage, it doesn't look as natural, of course, but it does make your makeup look more flawless. So it just depends on what you're going for, but I have the Rimmel True Match Perfection foundation, and this one's really good. This one, again, is super cheap. So it just depends on what you're going for, if you want more full coverage or not. So yeah. So starting off, like I said, I'm using this Neutrogena foundation, and this is my new favorite because it just looks really natural but also covers up a lot of the redness on my face, which is what I like. This foundation's really watery. So the technique, or what I've learned recently is I take a little at a time, which this is even kind of a lot, but it's hard to control how much comes out of that. So I take on the back of my hand just a little bit, and I like to do it in sections. I'm using my Beauty Blender. If you don't for some reason have one of these, they're amazing. This is the only thing I use to ever put on my makeup. But when I dab it on my hand, usually I would just kind of like dab it once and then start going on my face like all over. But recently I've learned if you just start dabbing it on the back of your hand first, it kind of gets rid of all the excess, and it kind of evenly distributes it on the Beauty Blender. So when you put it on, it just kind of is there a lot more evenly, and it doesn't look as patchy, because even using my Beauty Blender, my makeup would kind of look patchy, and I couldn't really figure out why, and I feel like this has helped a lot. And then when I'm applying this, I try to avoid putting anything on my under eyes, because when I go in with concealer later, it can tend to look a lot more cakey if I have more product under there. So I just try to avoid going underneath my eyes. I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which is my all-time favorite. I've used this for years and I keep repurchasing it. Even when I try to go and change my concealer, I always go back to this one because it just looks the most like flawless to me. So I'm again putting this on the back of my hand, which is not something I normally do. Normally I would just do like the triangles underneath my eyes and just swipe a whole bunch. But I just realized that that makes my under eye concealer look very cakey, and it's just too much. So I think this has helped a lot, and sometimes I use my Beauty Blender, but I think using my finger works best. So I'm going in with my finger and just patting this on my under eyes. Now I'm done with all my concealer and it's time to set everything. Setting is something I never used to do because I like the thought of powder when I already have dry skin. I just didn't want to put powder over it, and I hate the look of I don't like the matte look. I use this Makeup Forever HD powder and I honestly don't love it. It's just what I have, and I can't like go out and buy the Laura Mercier one. So I just use this. I don't really know if I'd recommend it, but this is what I use and it works fine for now. But for my under eyes, I go in with a beauty blender and I just take a little bit. I don't bake or anything because I just think that doesn't really look great on me, and this HD powder leaves a little bit of a white cast. But I go back in and I just evenly spread my makeup again because I don't, if it's like set in some of the creases, I want to like get rid of that before I set it. So once I've done that, I go in and set it, and this just like helps keep everything in place all day. Now with the same HD powder, the other places that I think crease a lot are like my smile lines, so I make sure there's nothing there. And I just take a powder brush with like a tiny bit of it and just kind of dust it over, and then I got also crease right here. So then I also just kind of dust that right there. And then whatever is left, which is usually like nothing, I just kind of pat on the rest of my face. Now the last thing that I like to do, which I think just helps like melt everything together, that's what all of like the beauty gurus have told me, is setting spray, and this one is from e.l.f. The only reason I got it was because it was the cheapest one at Walmart. So I don't know if it works the best, but I don't know, I haven't tested out a lot of these. I find using this just makes everything blend well together, and I do use this usually after I do all of my makeup, but I'm just going to show you now how I use it. So I just take it and spray it all over my face. And there you go, I just let that dry and it just helps everything blend nicely. So those are all the steps that I do. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright, so I just did the rest of my makeup and that's it for this video. I really hope this helped you guys. It really helped me. Like I've been doing it for like the last couple days and I've been like checking it in like every different kind of lighting and it still holds up and still looks really good. Something I wanted to mention is my Etsy. I just made an Etsy account where I sell some of my artwork, so I'm gonna link that down below if you guys want to look at that. I only have like one thing up, but if you want to look at that, that'll be linked down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!